Alright folks, this is the second game of our campaign turn 9 with General Jody versus General Chris, Elves versus Ogres. Jody, let me see what you've got on your deployment.
Alright, well, starting at the left, I got 5 Dragon Princes. If you notice, majority of my army today is proxied, so I apologize for those people out there who hate that, but I want to try out some more stuff, and I just don't have the money yet, because High Elves are expensive. 5 Dragon Princes with Champion and Musician.
Okay.
In the middle, I'm using Swordmasters to represent 20 White Lions with full command. Right here.
Hey, what is the forest that they're in?
Oh, sorry. It's a Blood Forest?
Abysmal Wood.
Abysmal Wood, thank you. So they cause fear if the majority's in there.
Okay.
Here I got 10 archers. I apologize, I look in the wrong way. I got them like that from somebody. And even though he's not in there yet, I also have a level 2 mage with the Seer Staff, and because of the Seer Staff, I picked Wyson's Wild Form, and I also picked Savage Beast of Horrors because I think it sounds fun. So there's my mage. Over to the right, one more. I have 25 Spear Elves. They have my Noble, who I'm using Techless for.
Okay.
And they have full command as well. And, the archers have a musician. Over to the right, we got 5 more Dragon Princes, same setup. And then in the middle, there's going to be a Great Eagle right here.
I see him in your hand, yeah.
Yeah, his base broke off, so I'm really quickly gluing him back on while we do this so that he won't cause more harm.
Alright.
And just real quick, this is an Archaic Ruins.
Okay.
Within 6 inches. Gets to roll up to 4 dice to channel.
Okay.
3/6 of these guys.
Alright, cool. Chris, on the other side of the battle for the pass, let me see what you've got.
Deployed in the building are my 3 lead belchers.
Okay.
Jody was gracious enough to, even though they crossed the deployment mark right there by a tad, he let me deploy there anyway.
Well, that's nice.
That was very kind of him. Over here, you see the army looks a little out of wonk. My man-eaters with my general, he's a tyrant. They vanguarded to the front of the army, hoping to close this gap sooner than later. They have pistols in the front, great weapons in the back. The tyrant, of course, has his own secret spiel we'll uncover later.
Okay.
That is also
and the unpainted model there is the tyrant?
That is him. It was a pirate that I did some fun things to.
Okay.
2 units of Noblars with trappers in full command. Of course, the Iron Blaster fit in the list. And then I have a unit of 6 Ogres plus a level 2 Firebelly.
Okay.
And that's the entirety of my army. We've already learned that this is an original, or a normal forest.
Okay. Oh, because you vanguarded out of there.
Exactly.
Okay. Alright, and who got first turn?
I did.
That guy.
Jody got
+1.
first turn.
And we actually had the same number of drops, so I just got it. And the reason that is because I had to drop 50 points from my list.
Oh,
I
yeah.
dropped a second Great Eagle. I had 2 of them. He's practicing for an eagle. And so that actually worked out for my benefit.
Hey, look at that. All right, well, we'll get back to you after your turn 1. Hey, you guys want to do a pregame shake-off there?
Oh, definitely. That kind of shake. I'm good either.
I caught that on camera, Chris, just so everybody that used to watch Full House remembers that you're a nerd. All right, see everybody later. All right, General Jody, tell us how your first turn went.
All right, well, I'm taking a lot of gambles.
Okay.
Because I think it's fun like that. For movement, marched the Dragon Princes up over here. Kind of shifted them up, not really far yet.
Okay.
The Spear Elves didn't move my archers.
Okay.
Moved my White Lions into the forest, so they have fear.
Into the woods.
And angled them a little bit. Used my eagle as a block from the man-eaters.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens there.
So they're in his front?
Yes.
Okay.
They're in his front because the majority of their front is in his.
Gotcha.
mark.
Gotcha.
And then I moved these guys up as well, knowing the threat of the lead belchers.
Right. Yeah, it looks like those lead belchers got at least 1 turn of good shooting on you.
Exactly.
All right.
And then for magic, I got Wild Form off on them, +1 strength, +1 toughness.
Okay.
He dispelled my Savage Beast of Horrors. It wasn't going to do anything, so I didn't really want it yet. For shooting, I plinked 2 Noblars off of that unit.
And they stuck around.
And they stuck around because not quite 25%.
Oh, yeah, good point. All right, well, General Chris, we'll get back to you and your puppy when you're done with your turn 1. How about that?
Groovy.
Awesome. General Chris, why don't you tell us how your turn went?
Okay, bottom of 1 went this way. I had some charges. I charged the Ogres with Fire Belly and the Iron Guts into his Knights. Tell me their name again.
Dragon Princess.
Your Dragon Princes. Won that combat and overran.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't go very well. Jody, how well did it go for you?
Not very. I was expecting to at least kill one thing. No, I wasn't.
It was a good luck roll against bad luck rolls. Is really what happened. I had many more rolls than him, obviously, and that's how I came out in the end. These guys moved up forward here, really trying to intercept a flank charge. It was really unsuccessful. I think they're going to come in here and get this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. I see you're talking about the Dragon Princes there.
Yep, there they are.
Oh, that unit looks pretty depleted there.
Yep, the lead belchers in the building here removed a large part of them. They passed their panic test, of course, on their 9. Man-eaters moved up cautiously, even though they vanguarded, moved up to the front there. We're going to try to pick all 3 wounds off here with the 3 pistols, but that was very unsuccessful.
You didn't get any, it looks like.
0.
Okay.
Iron Blaster picked off 2 wounds over here.
Of the archers?
The archers.
It's because they weren't looking.
I know. They did a lookout, sir, for their signature guy. And that is what happened at the bottom of 1.
All right. Well, Jody, let's see if you can pull this back from...
I am supremely confident that next turn, there's going to be no ogres left on the table.
Excellent. I like that attitude. All right, guys. We'll get back to you at the end of Jody's turn 2. General Jody, tell us how your turn... Was it 2? Tell us how your turn 2 went.
Okay, turn 2. Over here, my Dragon Princes actually barely got through the Noblars, ran them down, and I overran into the Iron Blaster.
Uh-oh.
I could not be happier with that.
That's going to be scary.
I failed my charge with the White Lions by 1
into the
Man-Eaters, so that's not going to go
that's
well
going to be
for me.
That's going to be bad for you.
I am actually considering alternative actions. My Spearman charged into his Ogres over there, along with the Eagle. Because I just scraped by his Noblars, I was able to only corner up into 2.
Okay.
Which actually really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Because I beat him by, I think, like 4.
Yeah.
So he ran. I tried pursuing, didn't catch him. And if you notice, it's a lot thinner over here.
Yeah, severely depleted bunker there.
Double-6th Savage Beast of Horrors on my Noble, which was... I'm glad that I got it, but not at the cost of all of them.
Yeah.
And then the 3 single shooters actually picked off 2.
Interesting.
So that was lucky. But that's going to be an interesting combat.
Yeah.
There.
Woo. Well, this is looking really bloody for turn 2.
Yes,
not even the bottom of turn 2. So.
Yes.
Feeling good?
You know, I am. I'm feeling good.
Awesome. General Chris, feeling good?
Yep.
You gonna turn it around?
I think this game is still hot.
All right, excellent. Well, we'll get back to you after the hot turn 2.
How many attacks did your Man-Eaters get?
All right, General Chris, why don't you tell us what's happened on your turn 2?
Sure, I did 0 charges.
Okay.
What I did do, however, was move my Noblars up here.
Okay.
Scored a wound on their wizard.
Okay, yeah, Jody actually allotted that on the wizard since there's less than 5 models.
He did. And that was just throwing weapons, like hitting on a 6, wounding on a 6.
The wizard went,
stupid.
ha!
Jody, why did you do that?
Ha!
No, why? Not how.
It was fun to do the dance.
Oh.
Because if I would have taken a wound at the army, I would have had to make a panic check. And I don't have my BSB, so it would have been on an 8. I don't trust that.
Good call.
All right. Other things that happened as the Man-Eaters actually backed up.
Okay.
I didn't want them to charge into these guys because over here I had a fleeing wizard. And I wanted that leadership 10 because of my Banner of Discipline and my Tyrant, who's on a 9.
Okay.
Raising him to a 10. I wanted them to get that. They needed it because I rolled a 9. Otherwise, they'd be rallying on an 8. So that's what happened there. The Dragon Prince flanked the Iron Blaster. I lost combat by 1. I rolled badly and he fled. He's on the board by just a millimeter. Graciously noticed.
Yeah, that was actually really, really close.
It was very close. I did fireball the bird to death, the eagle, from my wizard.
Yep.
Also scored a couple of casualties over here on these guys from the lead belchers, who are still untouched so far.
They came out of the building, yeah?
They did come out of the building.
And what turn is this?
That was the bottom of 2.
Bottom of 2. All right, Chris, how do you feel going into Jody's turn 3?
I'm pretty much tired of that freaking horse guy flanking all my junk.
Well, looks like you're going to have at least one more helping of that.
Yeah, it looks like there's a few more charges he's about to get off at my front. Ogres haven't charged very much, but they've been taking a lot of names.
General Jody, hanging out behind Chris. How do you feel going into your turn 3?
I don't know yet. I feel pretty confident about some stuff, but because it's Ogres, if there's any Ogres left on the board, it's a tough battle.
Yeah, they come back hitting kind of hard.
Yes, they do.
All right, well, we'll see after your turn 3 then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Jody, tell me how it went.
You know, not as good as I could hope. I had some really bad rolls this turn. Things still went okay for me, but I think it's about to be really bad for me later on.
Okay.
First, I'll go with my biggest mistake this turn was not looking at the Savage Beast of Horrors. I thought that if I upped it to its highest, I would get an 18-inch range and help out the Noble. But obviously, since I didn't read it, it's not the case. So I moved my guy up within 18 inches, thinking that I wanted to do that to guarantee the battle. So I just stupidly did that. I cast Wild Form on them, didn't get it off because he rolled double 6s to dispel, even though I got 27 on my roll.
Nice.
I charged them in and again needed a 7, again rolled a 6. So
Ouch.
I shuffled forward, which puts me in a really bad position.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he needs very much.
You know, I'm 7 inches away, so that's
unfailable.
Yeah.
Because he's got Swift Stride on those
guys. So I have to
guys.
decide what I want to do there.
Okay.
Over here, my Dragon Prince whiffed, but it didn't matter. Because of my charge and my ranks and my banners, I was able to, despite losing 4 wounds, do 2 and have enough combat res to make them flee, but yet again could not catch them. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I just hope, since he's not in 12, he won't rally this time.
Yep.
But we'll see what happens. And then I reformed these guys, counting on them not rallying.
Right.
Which hopefully my White Lions can hold, and I'll be able to do some fun stuff.
All right. Well, we'll see at the after Chris's turn 3.
Yep.
All right. Good luck, guys. General Chris, tell us how your turn 3 went.
Bottom of 3 went well. I was able to bring it back around.
Okay.
The unit that was here in the middle,
The
Sea Guards?
White Lions.
White Lions, excuse me. I charged them from the front with the Man-Eaters and from the flank with the Lead Belchers, and completely destroyed that unit. I did lose a Man-Eater, and my champion is down to 1 wound left, and the unit rank and file is down to 1 wound left.
I think your champions actually only took a wound.
Yeah, we took 1.
So he has 2 then. And I rallied over here.
Okay.
He dispelled all of my spells very successfully. And the Novlars were tying up the wizard, which means if he had a magic missile, he couldn't use it. But he has other things he can use. And that was the bottom of 3.
All right. Well, Jody, let's see if you can't pull something out. Because right now you are like 2 points about being massacred. So let's see if you can't pull this out to at least a regular win.
All right.
All right, guys. General Jody, why don't you let us know how your turn 4 went? Quick and dirty.
Quick and dirty. I failed charge into them, which really sucked. I charged and challenged 1, killed the guy, and caught him. So he's hanging out, luckily.
Yep.
And these guys didn't succeed in killing them or making them run away. So there's still points on the table there.
Wow.
Unfortunately. And that's all we got going because I didn't get any magic.
Yeah, you you rolled double 2s and then fail casted your spell.
Bad news bears.
All right. Well, I think we're going to call the game after this turn. It's getting kind of late, and the game is pretty much decided, I think. But we'll see. Maybe something crazy will happen, and we'll decide to go to turn 5. Anyway, we'll see you at the bottom of turn 4. General Chris, we decided to call it the end of turn 4. Talk me through your turn 4, and then give me a summary of what you thought your best and worst unit was.
Turn 4 went quick. Charged these guys. They fled. I could not catch them. I was 1 die roll away. I needed a 12. I got an 11.
Ooh, that's close.
I came over here and sacked his wizard. with my lead belchers and the rest of the archer units.
And just so everybody knows, there is actually a Noblar that was still alive
There
here.
was still a Noblar.
Keeping that 75 points alive.
Yeah. And that's what it is. We did the points. It comes out to a win. We're not sure what turn 5 and turn 6 would have done, but we suppose a massacre, but we're not going to call it that. We're going to call it a win, and that's what happened.
All right. MVP, LVP.
Most valued is always the man-eaters. They always do me a great job. For the most part, they always stick around until the end. For the most part, especially with the tyrant in the 1,500-point list, wielding the obsidian blade, ignores everybody's armor saves. Also rarely takes wounds himself. I think least valuable may have actually been that Firebelly. Man, he scored a couple of hits, but he didn't do very much for me at all.
Okay.
Even though I'm not sure I'll take him out because of that, I have seen him shine in other games.
Okay. All right, sounds good. General Jody, it was looking pretty grim for you.
It was pretty grim.
And you're the one advocating the massacre, actually.
I am. I mean, the reason is because it's late. I got to get going. I got to get up for work. If we would have finished, he would have massacred me. I don't think there's the luckiest I could have gotten is him not destroying my BSB unit, and then my Dragon Prince getting a flank charge on his man-eaters on my turn, and maybe somehow pulling off combat res. But I seriously doubt I could have done that. So I'm pretty sure I would have been massacred if it would have continued.
All right. Well, we'll let you guys fight it out for the campaign reasons.
But
Who's your most valuable player?
it's going to be that unit of Dragon Princes over there.
Okay. With Sparky.
My Sparky, the single champion left. They came all the way from the left side of the board, took out everything in their path.
Sparky's the guy that ran down the...
He single-handedly ran down that last unit because he
Nice.
challenged. So they're definitely the MVP. They
Okay.
did almost all of my points. In fact, I think they did net all my points. Yes, they did.
That one guy.
Yes, that one guy.
Yeah.
So
he's definitely your MVP then. So who's your least valuable player?
The least valuable player.
Everybody but Sparky?
You know, if I have to take a unit, this least valuable is going to be the White Lions.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, first of all, 2 failed charges when they needed 7s.
Mm-hmm.
Statistically, I should have gotten one of them.
Yeah.
And it didn't. So, that's one part. Second part is out of 12 attacks, out of 13 attacks, I got 6 ones.
Yeah.
To wound. So, definitely the loser. They decided they just wanted to sacrifice themselves.
Yeah.
I think they're the ones who got paid off by the ogres.
That's exactly
Not that eagle.
Not
it
that
was
eagle.
No.
Yeah.
My eagle did his job. My original plan was to flank the Iron Blaster with the eagle, but he got to drop it before I could, and I thought, I think 2 Dragon Princes will do just as good, and they did.
Who needs 2 Dragon Princes when you have one?
Little Sparky.
Sparky.
He's gonna go home a happy man.
There are many elf. He's going to inherit all the other elves' wives,
Point,
right?
He flees off the board by himself and runs home and tells people what happened.
But yeah. All right. Well, that was our game. Oh, there's the post-game shake, and we'll hopefully get this up soon, and then turn 10 to follow, and maybe some other random 2,500 point games or 1,500 point games. See everybody later.